shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and the J's on the way. Got a new Chris Watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's talking too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Boy, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up
out of the gun, Tannehill. This is Butler making the catch.
Tannehill's pass.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 20.
The Ravens
call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark, best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 19 carries, 81 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
A gain of 13, it's a first down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up
throwing on second down. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 33. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. First down and more for Jackson. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
now a first carry for their fullback.
4-yard line.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tannehill on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Brings up second and 7. At the
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Jackson leaves it with Edwards on the draw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And this time he is in. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Titans, nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open man, Butler complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Titans nothing.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He completes it to Julio Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup, brings up
an ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They
go play action here on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and long.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jalen Ferguson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Jackson, and incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now it's Edwards. Fighting through it, he's got space. He's at the 50. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a run with Edwards. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
With the give to
the last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 26.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
The 26-yard line.
And here's Jackson on the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
He was brought down by Bud Dupree. A gain of 5 brings up second.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
At the 21-yard line.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Titans.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Tackle made.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Henry, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill.
38-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And hitting Juju on the slant. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Tannehill on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys Ravens are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the gun, it's Jackson, and his pass incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second and goal, Jackson.
I think he's got to be careful not to force any.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Don't walk out here, man.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A touchdown pass there for Jameis Winston. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
To throw again. Jackson. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Jackson's pass.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's good.
Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
To the sideline.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
They run with Edwards. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. To throw is Tannehill.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. brings up
Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Henry again, the ball carrier.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This is Butler making the catch. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his teammates are interested in, because they've picked things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those guys have made it work for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. Derrick Henry all alone. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Edwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson.
Tannehill's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. They still couldn't get rid of him.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Open man completes it to Butler. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Now a handoff, Edwards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
5.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll throw from the gun. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete to Julio Jones. A gain of
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
the 43-yard line. A gain of 4.
Again, Tannehill.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drop. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns. A little under a minute 50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. That's complete to Butler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Defensively here, you've got the cushion. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That's number 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They run once more with Edwards. And tough going there, as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Baltimore, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.
Nike check. I done made it by the icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm ready, getting to the chicken, that JT finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. Shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. That's coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new wristwatch where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Kick it and go, kick it and go. Hit it up with a step on, spin move.
running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope. The sideline, the touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope. The sideline, the touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just